Hello, entertainment daily lovers. Welcome in. Come in, come in, come in. Let's dissect and analyze. There's so much to talk about. Join me as we do this. Let me see. Am I live now? Is notification? Why don't I see it? Okay, so let me go quickly check sound and everything. Welcome, welcome those that will be watching the replay from the title and the thumbnail. You already know what we're about to dissect because this topic keeps coming. No matter how much you try to ignore it, it just keeps coming. And I think at some point we just have to address it. And I think this is the point where we have to sit down and address. Hello, hello, madam. Hello, ma'am. Welcome, Liz Labode. Welcome, Queen. Welcome, welcome. Thank you so very much for joining. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Yes, that's my member in the building. Welcome, ma'am. Why is my live stream not visible? I'm trying to share this. Welcome if you're coming in. Thank you for joining and feel free to subscribe, join the family. Yay! Nelly, welcome, welcome, Queen. Thank you so much for joining. Welcome, welcome. Thank you. All right, it's morning in your side. Oh, okay. I was here at 6 p.m. Welcome, Nelly. Welcome, 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 everyone. All my silent watchers, come on in. Let's dissect. I'm trying to check the sound. Okay, so sound is good now. Share to community so more of our people know that we're here. As you're coming in, please feel free to like the live stream. Um, share if you have somewhere to share to, and let's just dissect. So, like I was saying, this topic is something that even if you're talking about something else concerning Kora, obidi, and JD, people will just somehow smuggle this topic into the whole situation. And I'm like, yo, okay, at this point now we need to talk about it. And Korra herself also addressed this. And I won't be playing her video, but in her own words, she said it's the same way she addressed the situation with her dad is the same way she's going to address, this stuff where people keep pointing fingers at her. So all of that we're going to, let me share this. Okay, let's say join us. Okay, so share is done. I don't YouTube, they don't always send notification out early. I can see that. Hey, Cynthia Holder, welcome, Queen. Hi, good day to you, Queen. Trinidad in the house. Yeah. Trinidad and Tobago. Yeah. Welcome, 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 Queen. Thank you so much for joining us all the way from Trinidad and Tobago. Yeah. Okay, so let's get this ready. I want to see. Okay. All right. Wanted to make sure everything is okay. So thank you all for coming. And we're going to get okay. So what was I discussing last time? Wait. Okay. I think it was the when I was talking about Cora's sister. Yes. When I was addressing the video that Nancy posted, where Olivia was also being dragged. Hmm. Liz said she said it was Nigerian men, and this is so sad. Don't they have sisters, daughters, and mothers? Well, Liz, this world is full of wicked people that do whatever they want to do. They don't care if they have sisters, mothers, brothers, sisters, daughters, or sons. They just decide when people are filled with wickedness, they decide on what they want to do and they carry out that, you know, mission of wickedness. And it is really disappointing to see the way people behave. So when I did that video, we're talking about Nancy going to uh Olivia's party, they did a collaboration. Nancy sells cookwares. Olivia purchased some cookwares from Nancy. They did a collaboration, unboxing of the cookwares, and it was just a fun, positive kind of content, a video they made and they posted on their Facebook page. And then people started coming, and then I decided, a lot of other content creators decided to just drop their 2 cents. And when I was looking at my comments, people were busy talking, oh, this, and then people were like, you people are just saying Nancy defending her sister. I'm like, is that one even paining you? We're not saying something that did not happen. The evidence is out there that Nancy stood and defended her sister. Nancy did not keep quiet. Okay, she stood and defended her sister. Where she needs to give basketballs, she gives basketballs. So, of course, if we are giving her flowers for standing and defending her sister, why is that something that is paining people from JD's camp? I don't understand. I don't get it. Did we lie? No, we did not lie. The evidence is out there. All the videos that Nancy has ever done is on her pages. And people that used to reshare other people's video, people that used to react to videos and also play this, you would like, the evidence is all over social media that Nancy stood and defended her sister. That was what we were discussing. Okay, because I was saying most of this hate Nancy is receiving, it's not because she sells pot. They started calling her pot seller, pot seller. Like, selling pots is kind of a demeaning thing, a disgraceful thing, that you're embarrassing yourself, your family, your lineage, and everything because you sell pots. But at the end of the day, everybody needs pots in their home. Everybody uses pots to cook, except you don't eat, or you only eat out. You only eat out in restaurants and whatnot. So then I was seeing comment like, hey, you people just keep saying she's defending her sister, she's defending her sister. But y'all don't know that deep down, if you look at her, she resents her, she looks at Korra with disgust, she looks at her with disdain. Nancy is so angry at Korra for Korra having an affair with Cheta. And Cheta happens to be Nancy's husband. And I'm like, how low can you even go? How low can you go? As big as this planet that we live in is, and as many men that are everywhere, and once you know men, when it comes to laying down and doing things, 99.9999% will not say no if somebody just offered themselves, if a woman just offered themselves. So of all the people that Kora Obidi could find in this planet, in the country that she was in at that time, wherever she was in the continent, she did not find any other person. It was Cheta. And if that was the case, so the Cheta too did not think that, oh, how can I betray my, how make it does not make any sense, and I remember when Kora went to Nigeria and she and her friend Jane Mena, the twerker, the same thing. They did a video where they were twerking in Jane Mena's room, and Jane Mena's husband was there, and they started. And I'm like, did you not notice that Jane Mena was the one that brought her there? Did she force herself to be there and whatnot? Or do you think Kora is someone that does not have sense, that will go and cross the line with her friend's husband? Any man that she goes close to, they start running with this talk of, oh, they want to make it look like she's somebody that does not have control over herself. And I think that is silly. So to even think that because JD came out, the ex-husband, and this is the thing with this bitter set of people, because JD came out and made all these false allegations, made all these false accusations, saying that, oh, she's been with this, she's been with Don Jazzy, she's been with that one, even involved her father also, not only Cheta. Remember, JD also said Korra's father and Korra did something. Cheta, who happens to be Nancy's husband, and Korra did. Don Jazzy, the music producer in Nigeria, did something. All the artists from if it's Davido, Wizkid, Burna Boy, all of them, or anybody that is a Nigerian artist that is male, in JD's mind, in Kora Obidi's ex-husband's mind, they've done something, because he's somebody that is not faithful. And once you start, when you hear somebody is quick to accuse somebody else of not being faithful, oh, this person cheat, this person this person that, know that that person is the one living that life. And the people that always go out to cheat, that do not have any ounce of faithfulness in them, that they cannot keep their third leg in between their legs, those are the type of men that quickly go out and point accusing fingers at other people. And then we have the set of people that come with this, oh, well, he's a man, he can cheat, he can marry 100 wives if he wants. Are you that daft? If you're going about it that way, do you not also know that in Africa, we also have uh, uh, cultures in Africa where a woman is allowed to marry more than one husband, or your brain only tells you that the culture, because you will not bother yourself to do your findings and do your studies and try to know what the culture and everything says. And I believe also outside Africa, they also have places where they practice those type of stuff in other countries also, where women are allowed to marry more than one husband. So don't come with this. He's a man, he can marry hundreds of, and he came out with all these nonsense stories that he could not back up any of the things he said. And yet some of you decide to run with this nonsense that he's saying, and you're, oh, Kora did, but she didn't, but she cheated. Have you presented any evidence where she cheated when she was married to this man? And then some of you want to go to her book. If she didn't write what she wrote in her book, how would you know? If she didn't open her mouth to tell him what she told him, how would he have? But this is how, when they say people are, or somebody is a narcissist, people are not just calling you a narcissist. Like they must have checked everything, and you check all the box, and exactly everything that a narcissist does is exactly what JD does. And those kind of people, if you have them in your life, you have them around you, it is easy to spot if you already know how a narcissist will behave, the kind of things that a narcissist will do. And one of those things that is the first things that will pop up is them tarnishing your image. When you try to point to them what they've done wrong, they will turn around and try to blame it on you. They will tell you that it's your fault. They will be the first ones to go outside to start publicating to anybody that needs to listen, tarnishing your image, cooking up stories, threatening, oh, if you do this, I will do that, I will tell this one you did. This is the kind of person that JD is. So for y'all to even skip out all those whole things that he said without presenting evidence, the ones he said that he even came back and retracted and said those things didn't happen. Then he came back in 2024 and said those things happened. Look, how do you allow somebody like JD that is not smart to even fool you? I don't understand. You know, how do you allow somebody like JD that is not smart at all to fool you? Where is that coming from? Kora addressed this thing a while back, where she said, when she was talking about, when I think it was when he talked about that and Bekus, that her private was named after a nightclub in Nigeria. That was when she came out and she was addressing, and she said, I think that these are some of the things that she swore with the head of her children that people were even telling her not to do. She said when she was married to that man, from beginning of their marriage, that she did not cheat on that man. That's what she said. So she already addressed it. So the fact that this is one of the things that people will always bring up, but all the 1 million.1 things that JD has done wrong, people don't want to talk about it. There are videos all over social media where he pretended he was going for work, in quote, but then videos surfacing of him in a taxi with other women, women grabbing him and kissing his forehead. Look, you cannot be a married man or a married woman and you just be so careless with your friends. Every reasonable friend knows to respect you if you're a married person. They know the line they don't cross. They know the kind of things they don't want to talk to you about. They know the kind of thing. But him sitting down there, comfortable, allowing that woman squeezing, pulling his head, and he saw that she was filming. It's not as if he didn't know. Kissing his head, and so many other videos that pop up, all squeezy, all huggy and body rubbing. What kind of play is that one as a married person? What kind of, I don't even care if it's even you and the same sex, because these days people go always. We saw Didi that if you've been following Didi's case, we've been hearing a whole lot of stuff. So there are people that will go both ways. Today they are with a woman, tomorrow they are with a man, the other day they are with a goat, the other day they are with chickens, the other time they are with dogs. They're like, anything that comes to their mind is what they are to do. So As a married person, you should know the line that you should not cross with your friends. And you have to actually give someone the green light for the person to disrespect, because I see it as disrespect. If you already know that this person you call your friend is a married person and you don't see anything wrong in being all squeezy, flirty, and whatnot, it goes to show your kind of person. It goes to show how low you are, because you do not have any respect. If you have respect for that thing they call marriage, if you have respect for that union, because these are people that have taken oath in the sight of God and man, giving their self to each other. So you just don't come in squeezing yourself from anywhere and all squeezy, double kissing forehead. Who are you? Are you his mother? If it's his mother that is kissing his forehead, we know, okay. But you, just a friend, a normal female friend, or a colleague, or somebody that he's a client, being all squeezy in the taxi, and then when so many videos, some of the videos I can't even remember right now. It baffles me that when people saw all of those, not one, not two, not three, that JD has been misbehaving when he was still fully married, full-fledged married man that has no respect, no regard for the woman that he married. Goes ahead to do whatever he wants to do. Korra never came out to call him out when they were married. Didn't say anything. She spoke about when he, came back and got her infected with something, which is it is expected. All these people that would not keep their manhood somewhere, it is easy to bring home sicknesses, and then the wives get to suffer for it. So the fact that people can pardon all of this nonsense behavior from JD, but at the same time, him that is in no place to point accusing fingers is the one that started, and she did this, and her 90 day, it's as bad as her private being named after a nightclub in Nigeria. Oh, it was Don Jazzy, then it was the Banj, then it was Wanteko, then it was this, that was that. There's nobody, this person, then it was Cheta, then it was her father, nobody this man did not accuse her of. In fact, if she says hi to anybody that is opposite her, he's going to include. I'm even surprised that he did not include her female friends too and tell us that she's also a lesbian. So I'm just wondering that if you find it okay that he can do these things, why do you think you have the right to go and judge the other person that he's accusing of? Were they not the two that were in the relationship together? And the person has already clearly stated that she did not do what he said she did. And so many times we've seen that all the things he says is always a lie. And he will never come out to tell you that, oh, that thing I said is not true. Only that one time that he talked about that stuff, and then he came out and said, well, I take back my words when I said that she cheated when we were married. Well, she did not cheat when we were married, but something happened before she came to the United States, and blah 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 blah. And I'm like, oh, so you knew what you were saying was not true, but you came out and you said it anyways. Then after he said that, he waited some months later, be a year later, he came back and he repeated those things he said, that he came back and said was he lied. He didn't say he lied. He just said they were not true to the best of his life, trying to pretend that he now suffers from amnesia. He doesn't remember things, you know. Uh Liz said, what about the woman who sued him for alleged? Ooh, that one, yeah, that's that one is something. You're so right. Yeah, that woman that sued him for something, that from what the post that was online, it said the woman said they're still going for something else, you know. And these people will not talk about these things. They will not go and bring that woman out now and ask her questions, but they rather want to run with the lies that he told, because it's easy for them to just jump on the Korah's head. He has made them to believe that she's such a terrible person. And if you're somebody that people can easily convince that somebody is terrible, then there's something really wrong with you, because at the end of the day, you need to calm down. Okay, the person told you this person is terrible. So, okay. And then you go do your findings yourself. Try to see how terrible that person is. before you come out and start judging that person. Because in the case of Jade, it's not just him talking. He's been the one talking and talking and talking. She didn't talk. She didn't speak. She didn't say anything. She didn't grant any interview. She went and wrote a book and put everything that she wanted to, what she would have said in that book. So what is the thing now? But looking at everything that JD have said, we already know that nothing he has ever said that is correct. I'm trying to think, is there anything? That's why I'm kind of pausing and I'm trying, because I'm just trying to think, has JD ever said anything that we know that is true? Because take for instance now, he talks about her posting the kids, how it's against the court order. The court told them after their divorce for them not to post the children, don't show the children on social media. If that is the case, why has the court not done anything? The JD, we know that Miriam Awolowo taught him how to take everything to court as evidence. He did not take it to court, so the court will actually do what he wants. Because if she would disrespect the court like that, well, they will warn one time, she will go back and do it again. They will warn her again, and then you think they will keep warning her? No. They're going to prove to her that when the court rules on something, you have to respect it. And they would have taken those kids from her. But he keeps lying. It is obvious that he's lying. He still does it. That's why he went to the back to work with Facebook. So Facebook can be taking down the video and he can come back and tell y'all that, you see, I told you people. I told you people. But with all the lies that JD is, the only thing that he probably said that is true are the names of his children. When he's talking about something, he mentions the names of his children. That's probably the only truth that has ever come out from JD's mouth. So how is this kind of person believable? That you people will leave what we're discussing. We're talking about Olivia that does not need dragging in the other live stream I did. Because when I was reading the comment, I'm like, are some people this daft that you left what we're supposed to be discussing? You left the fact that these people were dragging Nancy for no reason, that she sold the pot to Olivia or she attended Olivia's party and Olivia invited her for party. You left that one to go and be dragging Olivia and insulting Olivia and insulting Nancy also and whatnot. The next thing you people brought in, you people act like Nancy really loves her sister. If she does not love her sister, is it you she's going to love? That's her blood. If she does love her sister, is it you she will come and love? She does not love her sister, but she stood and defended her sister. She could have acted like she didn't see, and anybody say anything in her comment, she block you straight up. That's one good thing with your social media, your Facebook page, your YouTube channel, and all of this stuff. Anybody wants to talk nonsense, you just go ahead and block them. They can take the nonsense talk somewhere else, not in your comment section. So she could have done that and never said anything right from the beginning. She didn't love her sister, and when the issue started, she was someone that she was, I think, the first person that he called. Because when something happens, he calls Nancy, warn your sister, talk to your sister, this one, that one. That's why Nancy came out and said, we are settling this matter as private issues, private family, respect our privacy. But already he was running his mouth with all the evidence. My question is, all the evidence is that overwhelming evidence that is out there, all the things you know about JD, what makes you think that among all the 1 billion things that he has ever said that are lies, that this single one, this cheating scandal, will be the one that will be the truth? When videos of him cheating is everywhere, have you all gone to his page to ask him? Go to his page and ask him. Have you gone to his page to actually ask him, oh, look, but we see videos of you. What do you have to say about your own? Or you feel like she did wrong and you didn't do wrong, since you've been bashing her and dragging and calling her a cheat and this unfaithful, she was unfaithful wife, she was this, she was that. And now look at this comment that Liz dropped here that said, what about the woman that sued him for alleged sexual assault and she won in civil case? That woman won. And the blogger name said, no to JD. Do you understand? They will not go and reference cases like that. They pretend that they didn't see that post, but I think that post, the lady, I think she's on Facebook too. I don't know the lady's name, but the people that know that took that post, you could see that that post was made on Facebook, where she said she was even going back to court for, I don't know, is it criminal or what else? I don't know. That she didn't want to talk much. So there are evidence that somebody already took him to court and already won. But nobody wants to, this set of people, among all of them, no one wants to touch on that. Lee said since the divorce and before the divorce was final, he had at least 5 women that we know about. He's always in the company. He's always in the company of women, and it's not even in a, you know, in a nice way where you say, okay, they're just being business partners, colleagues, clients, or whatnot. He's always up to something. JD's always up to something. But then he wants to point accusing finger at somebody else, someone that they've already found guilty in civil court, wants to point accusing fingers, and these people there to come out and make statements like, oh, he can marry 100 wives. And what about the part of the culture that says you cannot, you as the woman can also marry 100 husbands? You're not going to discuss that part. If you want to talk about the things that men can do, talk about the ones that women can do also. But of course, we live in a society where people feel like, oh, everything should favor men. Everything should favor men, 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 men. Our ear need the year word. Lisa would have said, yeah, the best of his knowledge is what he said about Korra. Yeah, when it, when it comes to him talking nonsense, he said the best of his knowledge. The knowledge that is not even good. The best of what knowledge? The man is just, mm, let me drink some water. The man is just ridiculous. And the people that are even more ridiculous are the people that believe these lies that he puts out there. Those are the set of people that are even more ridiculous because I don't understand. I don't get it. Hmm. Listen, the California legal body passed a new law allowing parents to show their children on social media. However, the parents have to open an account for the children to be paid or a trust for them, which is amazing. Which is amazing. Super, super amazing. As for JD, all the gifts that they ever sent to him, monetary, otherwise, he kept for himself, except people that sent like kids' toys, or kids' wears. Of course, he can wear kids' clothing and he can play with kids' toys, except he wants to sell them. Then, if not, what has he done that we know we can actually say, okay, if anything, this will be passed down to the daughters, you know? But I believe Korra has something set up for the children already. So if she's making videos with them, to be on the safe side, Korra is a very smart person. But JD tries to paint her to be this very dumbass person. And a lot of these other dumbass people, the real dumbass people, they buy it. And they think she's dumb. They think she's not smart. Remember the video when they were together where she posted and she said, oh, y'all, perfect marriage. We've been fighting all day, just talking, trying to just let people know that all these lifestyle couples and whatnot, we just show you what we want you to see, but it's always not perfect anyway. That he wanted to give all the detail where she was saying that's our private business. What did he say in that video? Didn't he say, well, we've been fighting, Korra thinks she knows everything. We've been fighting because I'm trying to give her business ideas. How do you give somebody business ideas when you don't have any successful business? If somebody that has successful business or businesses is talking to you, you will be quiet and listen. Because the person won't even need to tell you, I have evidence. The evidence is already huge enough for you to see the businesses the person started, where the person started from, where the person is at the time the person is giving you the advice. You will see it for yourself. So you that you've not been able to raise one successful business, who are you advising? Oh, we have people in the house. Sorry, because I'm bringing the comments one after the other. Efe is in the building. Mingwa, my sister. Welcome, Queen. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Sorry, I didn't welcome you people immediately you came in because I'm going through the comments and I'm just looking at this and talking. Okay, Lee said, remember Flora's video with talking about him being inappropriate with clients. While I know they finish. Efe, welcome, Queen. Thank you so very much for joining. I say it. Welcome, Queen. Thank you so very much for joining us. Welcome, everybody. I see we 30 persons here. We're 31, 32, somewhere around there, the numbers. Welcome, all my silent watchers. I know most of you just like to chill behind the scene and just listen. Welcome to every one of you. Okay, you want me to comment with your name? Feel free to. You want me to welcome you by your name? Then drop a comment so I know who you are. Welcome to everyone. Okay, so let me read the comments. I wanted to welcome people that came in before I read the comments. If it said, hi sis and everyone, so sorry I've been missing your lives. So happy I caught up this. I've missed much. Nah. You've not missed so much. But you see, I'm talking about this whole cheating scandal thing that they started again. Like again. It's almost like every year they will bring up this Korra stuff. And I'm like, what is even wrong with this set of people? Like, seriously, what is wrong? What is going on? Like, there is no truth to the story. The person that lied about it the first time came out the second time and debunked it by himself. That's like one of the only thing that he's ever debunked since this their whole saga started. Then he came back again in 2024 and repeated the same lies, and evidences were there to prove that he lied and he couldn't say anything. He knew he was caught in the lie. But the fact that this set of people would just run with this story, trying to uh make something out of it, is just beyond me. So when is the court case? The court case is in October. I don't remember the date, but I know that it's this month and it's not far. Yeah, I think somewhere, yeah, somewhere within. Okay, Liz said 23rd. Yeah, all right. I know that it's somewhere within the 20 to before the 30th is the court case. Uh, welcome, Hazel. Welcome, Queen. Welcome, sis. Thank you so very much for joining today. How you doing? If it said, see your voice, sweet. My voice is coming back, eh? That cold really did me something, eh? Now I'm battling sore throat. I'm like, yo, the cold is going now. We're going to be dealing with sore throats again. But I don't know really. I don't know if it's the weather or what. So my voice sound a bit like, yeah. But I'm glad that it doesn't hurt you people's ears. That's why I've not been doing so much live stream, because I'm like, yo, let me not bring this kind of voice to come and be itching people's ears here in the street. So I'm so happy you're feeling better. Absolutely, yes, I'm feeling way better. So God continue to keep well and safe. Thank you so much, sis. Thank you. God bless you. Though. So okay, Lee said I say it is on the 23rd. Okay, okay. I say, hey, I'm glad I caught you. You're just coming back from work. Welcome back. 3M Martin, say here for the first time. Welcome, 3M Martins. And where are you joining us from? If you don't mind telling us where you are watching from. You are welcome. Feel free to subscribe, turn on your notification bell, because it is going down and it's all positive here. No negativity, no, you know, we just come here to dissect, give our 2 cents concerning the topic, whatever it's been, debated about the scale and JD's videos. And we also have a playlist where we put all the videos and live stream that concerns JD and KO. So if there's any particular topic that was discussed that you want to catch up, you can catch up on that also. It's on a playlist and you will recognize the playlist when you get on the page. So welcome. Thank you so very much for joining us, Queen. God bless you. From your photo, I see you're a queen. God bless you, Queen. Thank you so much for joining. Welcome. Jamaica. Yo! Wagwan, sis. Wagwan. Yeah, welcome. Thank you so much for joining us all the way from Jamaica. Okay. Lee said the sad thing is the cheating came up when Korra was supporting a fellow Nigerian woman whose white husband took her children and made her homeless. The woman name is Karen, and she was Nigerian SBB. You mean this recent one started because of that? You know, you know this. I really want to say this stuff. You know this. Mm, these Muzungus, these Oyibos, they be doing the most. If you notice, a lot of them that are married to African women, this is the first thing they do to you. If you're married to a white man, if listen to this, and nobody should come in and say that this is fact. And anybody that says any nonsense, we will pull evidence. Several women, one of the first thing they do when you start having issues as an African woman, I don't know of any other continent, as an African woman married to a white man from any of the country, Europe, America, anywhere, the first thing they do, they try to take you the kids from you. And most times, most of them succeed. And the second thing they want to do is make sure that they leave that woman with nothing. When you mentioned this Karen's case, I've seen her case. I saw she made a post where she made a GoFundMe, and she was, she said she had to do videos. People didn't believe her. She left her home without nothing, just the clothes on her back and whatnot. Why are people surprised if Korra is supporting a person like that? If you know, you know. If you know, you know. People should not be saying, "Oh, okay, don't say this." It's the fact. Numbers don't lie. Very few cases you will see that an African woman married to a white man, they get divorced, and you know the kids, they have 50-50 custody, and the woman gets to get the rightful things that she deserves, and the man doesn't go on social media to start bashing her, destroying her. Even those that don't do it on social media, the first thing they do is find all your friends, and they are good in being friends with your friends or following your friends on social media. That's one good. You know why? When the issue starts, that's their own vendetta starts. They start by sending and tarnishing your image. You see that tarnishing of image is one thing that they are very good at. So I'm not even surprised if Korra will see a lady like that. Korra understands if you wear the shoes, you know where it hurts. And severally, we've seen this African and European marriages not working because it feels like these European men and American of this race, of that race, I don't want to keep repeating it, like they always marry these African women not out of love, but because of their selfish reasons. And they come out presenting themselves. Right now, at this point, I don't even care if YouTube like let them flag the video. You know, they do it for their own selfish reasons. And the numbers is alarming. You turn to your left here, you turn to your right, everywhere you look, there is something like that happening. But when if you notice, when they are between them, if they marry between themselves, they don't dare to threaten their country woman or their fellow white woman about taking the children. Or in fact, so shame on the people that thinks if Korra is defending Karen, that they want to come for her. Korra knows what she knows. Korra knows what she has seen. Korra knows what she has battled, and she is still, in her own case, still battling. Look at the amount of people this man has recruited to destroy just this one woman. So why do you think Korra will see Karen? Karen said she was the video I saw she posted on Instagram. We're not dissecting, but it's all related, right? We're talking about mixed race marriages. Like seriously, anybody that is in it, use your head. Use your head. If not, then go live inside water with soap for your eye. I swear down. Seriously. And it is terrible that humans can be this mean wicked and manipulative to their own fellow humans. Karen talked about how she's living in a homeless shelter. She showed everything, just an empty room, a small room with nothing. It's terrible how some people behave. Seriously, you know. Oh, okay, good. Mm. Exactly. Oh, God bless this my member. You know it, Liz. You know it. One of the other first thing they accuse you of is that you have mental problem. They will do everything to discredit you. They will do everything to use their system against you. Because remember, majority of the Africans married to Europeans or Americans or anywhere, most times they move. You move out from your continent to their own continent, and when they're in their comfort zone, these people they don't have mind. Though. When they're in their comfort zone, you see them running their mouth. Move from there, and you people should go to a neutral ground, not to yours, not to your comfort zone, not to their comfort zone, and battle it. You will see that they will be cold like ice. But when they're in their own place, they try to use the system, everything against you, believing that you don't know. Every time you look at the cases, it is always the same. Oh, she's mentally crazy. She's mentally unstable. She's mental must follow. And they will always accuse you of being unfaithful, being unfit mother, everything that will make them gain ground and get the kids away from you. Even the fathers that's never changed pampers for one day. Even the fathers that has never bathed their children for one day. They don't have time. They don't really care about the kids, but they are doing it just for you to be hot. It's terrible. So, what about the African women in the Netherlands who got the cops to remove her from the home, leaving her baby? There's a woman in Netherlands that left her baby in. I didn't see that story. I don't know. Well, there are people that probably don't want children also, and maybe she's one of those, but I don't know. I didn't see her story. I've not read about it, so I really won't be able to talk much about that. But one thing I know is when you see this type of marriages I'm talking about, majority, you will notice that the one thing they want to do is to take the children away from the women, because they know that Africans don't play with kids. Our way of raising kids and other people is totally different. It's just, it's horrible. I just hope that Karen will be able. I don't know if Karen's. It's just too much. We're still talking about Korra's back and forth with Justin, and then I saw Karen's. I just watched the video a little bit. I didn't want to even put much attention. When I saw Karen's story, and I'm just giving it time a little bit, and then I saw the video where she did that. She talked about GoFundMe, and people are really coming for her, and I'm like, y'all don't understand that most times these people are coming in, women are coming in with open heart. And I keep saying it, and I will keep saying it with my full chest. I'm very proud of my continent. I am very proud of African people. Nobody matches. Because when a real African wants to do something, you do it with your open heart. But with what I've seen with a lot of other continents and their ways, they're always very cunning, even though they come and present themselves in. And when you check through history, if you know your history, you know. I don't even need to finish that statement for you. So people are always coming with malicious intent while these women are coming into the marriages with open heart. That's why when they fight, it looks like these men are always defeated because these men did not even come in with good intention from the beginning. And because these women didn't have any ill intentions, they went in, open heart, did everything, loving that person. Meanwhile, the person was plotting throughout. So once they were ready, they just discard, take kids, strip you off of everything. Imagine Mr. Korra in this case. Didn't he transfer all Korra's money to his own account until she threatened she was going to expose him? The audacity. The audacity of she sitting down, standing, dancing, jumping up and down. People swearing at her, making all those money from Facebook. He dares to move all those thousands of dollars into his own private account. That he was traveling, having the best life, spending her money was not anything. It was not enough. Yo, man. Whew. Hazel said, yes, I managed to catch up with Cora's video on my way back from work, and she was supporting the lady, but somebody commented that she was a cheater, so she had to clarify. Oh, you see, shame on people that go. So because she went to support a woman, because she understands where the shoe's hot right now for Karen, this person left everything else that she could address, everything that the Karen's husband is doing to Karen right now, to go and call Korra a cheater. But the Justin that you're talking about is also one that his manhood never stayed in his pants for 5 seconds. All throughout the 5 years, I think they were married, 4 or 5 years, I think they were married. The kind of coal people are heaping on their heads, they don't understand. If people would take their time to just do a little bit, sit back and just do a little bit of search and know a little research and try to know a little bit about spirituality. If you know the coal you are heaping on your head, you will leave things that you don't know alone. Somebody lied. When you're coming out to say somebody cheated, somebody, present evidence. Post it because you've already said it on social media. Post it. There is this post people call disappearing post, where they first of all they come out, they write and tell you at so time I will be dropping something that is going to blow you people's mind. So if you really want to see it, stay online. And you see people waiting for that time to reach, and they will tell you post, they need to disappear later. They post it, they leave it there for a few minutes or few hours, and they go back and delete the post. Or people that have screenshots. So if he has something like that on Korra, why did he post it? He came out showing other things that he wanted to show. But about the cheating scandal, he wasn't able to post anything. People should be ashamed of themselves. Look how that Karen looks. For the fact that this person could not even focus on the pain, the emotional trauma and everything that this woman is going through, and that people are trying to sympathize with her, and you left what you're supposed to do to go there and either donate to the Karen's listen or support her in any way you can. It could be your words of encouragement. You left the Karen that they were talking about to go and attack Korra. People are terrible. People are damn terrible. But someday, some of these people, that's this life. Karma will get you somewhere in the future. You might not end up marrying these people, but you might end up in a business dealing or in something that you will get to a position where you want to defend yourself. Nobody will be there to defend you. And these people will throw you under the bus so fast. And you will sit there like stupid, calling them to come and, but you were here, but we were there, but this, but they will tell you they were not, they don't know what you're talking about. Please, don't involve me in this. I don't know what you're talking about. Continue. Jesus said, I've noticed it, especially African women all for a better life abroad. Really, it is, the evidence is there. So when people come in like, yeah, it can happen, we're not saying it doesn't happen all over, but we're saying it is just not a coincidence that these things keep happening in a similar manner. It's almost like these people that are not from the same country, not from the same continent, more, it's all over, are doing things the same way to this set of people coming from a particular continent. We cannot say it's a coincidence anymore. It's not. There is a point something gets to, and you know that that's no longer a coincidence. That's the deliberate act. Like, you've been prepared. You knew before going into that stuff that you were going to be doing what you were going to be doing. But the woman in the case didn't know, because in her mind she was getting married. And who gets married and starts keeping evidence from day one? You're already plotting. Except you knew why you got married to that person. You wanted to achieve something with that. And some of these people is just to make themselves look good. Terrible. So remember the African woman who married to a doctor, and he hired oh boy, he hired a hitman to unalive her. Hmm. The man was talking to the FBI. That's how he got. Like, there is so much. That's why when we talk about these things and people try to come in with, but is this? But I said, "Oh, don't butt me. Don't come and be butting anything. Before you be butting, the evidences are out there. If we decide we could go list up people's name and put all their pile up for as much photos as we can, and bring in as much stories as we can from different people married to different at different times. At different times, huge uh um decades difference. But when you listen to the stories, you're hearing the same thing. I tell you one I heard that blew my mind. In fact, it blew my head off. Was a woman, I think she was Kenyan. She's from East Africa. I think she was Kenyan. Kenyan or Uganda? Kenya, Uganda, Tanzania. I think she was Kenya. Kenya, Uganda, or Tanzania. One of these three countries. But East Africa. This woman talked about how this Muzungu, this Oyibo man, was working, or they had these huge businesses in Africa, in her country, in Africa. And they've been there for many years. Got married to her. He already had kids, said he didn't want kids. She said she was still very young. She said it was okay. But later on, getting older, she was not thinking, but wait, oh, he already has kids. Me, I don't have any. And he doesn't even, it's like, I want, even if it's one. Do you know what this man did? This man scheduled for her to have a surgery. He booked his own friend that was a doctor. This woman went in thinking she was going for a different surgery, came out without a womb. Or if I find that video again, I will share it to my If I find that interview, it's here on YouTube. If I find it, I will share it. You all go listen to it. I think it's over an hour long. I didn't miss 1 minute. I had my headset. I'm cooking. I'm doing I didn't want to miss one thing that they were saying in that. It was that. In fact, if you listen, you will cry. If you hear the kind of things this woman went, in fact, this man and his doctor friend, tell me, if that was in Europe, if that was in America, that man, and what would have happened to them? Somebody went in for a different sort because you didn't want that woman you married from Africa to have kids. You went, planned with your doctor friend, removed her womb. But you already have kids. Why not just divorce her, let her go, since you don't want more kids? But he made sure he destroyed her life, everything. And that woman was left with nothing, not even a penny. She went out homeless, nothing, went back to work as a house help or like. And this man, when his mother was ill for many years, bedridden, she said something that she didn't do for her own parents in Africa. She was doing for this man's mother. The woman couldn't walk, the woman couldn't move. They were feeding her in the mouth, they were cleaning her poop and everything in the bed there. She was doing it. She was the wife, she was the caretaker, she was the woman's nurse, she was everything. For how many years this woman mentioned? If I'll pull up comments as we go. I'm just picking up comments, and you know, so I will get to everybody's comment. Don't worry. So when you hear this, some of these stories, a lot of people, when we make people like, you people don't sound like that. But if we go and bring these stories, some people will be so heartbroken that they won't be able to eat in days. If we decide now that we will run series on these things, if I sit now and say, okay, I will invest my time, go find these stories and bring them, a lot of people will. I don't even want to. I want my channel to be with gist. We kind of laugh, keep it light, because sometimes it becomes so heavy that people are disturbed. This particular interview, I'm telling you, if I find it, I will share it to my community. Or we can even react to it. Give shout out to the owner of the interview and everything, and shout out to the woman that did her. You won't believe what this woman, the fact that this woman was even, she was able to even collect herself and do that lengthy interview. I couldn't believe it. But she's accepted her fate. So the wickedness of some people. So the fact that Korra went to support Karen and then people came up and started attacking her with nonsense. Keep heaping coal. Karma will visit everybody accordingly. Liz said, remember when the nurse Gloria was doing the Nigerian for her son, they said she was hurting. I saw the video of her reacting, but I didn't see the video that brought up that hurting the child mental illness they called CPS. Seriously, people are just unbelievable. The kind of things people do is unbelievable. Lee said the woman in the Netherlands is married to a Muzungu guy, and he called the cops on her and they put her out. She had to leave her baby. It's sad. How the cops treat the women, I was crying. You know, one thing I noticed is Europe has a very weird laws when it comes to things like this. Most of the European, not all, but let me just say most of the European countries, they have very weird laws, and I think that gives the men this kind of ego that makes them feel like they know that the system kind of favors them more. So I'm not even surprised. Only heaven knows what he said to those cops when he called on the phone. And it's going to be a word of an African against the word of a Muzungu. In fact, from seeing the both of you alone, they already know who they will believe. So I'm not even surprised that they came in and took her out, even though her child was in the home, not considering anything. A lot is happening in this world, and it's terrible. Lee said Vivian blogger husband made her give up her job and work for him. He divorced her, sold the business, and she had no heating now. She got a job and is taking care of her daughter. Man. And Vivian is someone I've known Vivian from YouTube. We all used to be on YouTube before Vivian went to Facebook. Also, I know Vivian from YouTube, but I've not been following Vivian's story so much because when I saw the video when she said she was no longer married, that hit me. I was like, yo, wow. But am I surprised the kind of things that these Muzungus do? I'm not surprised. Mostly when it has to do with women that are Africans. Something else. Hazel said, it's absolutely horrible, my sister. I don't even want to watch it. I watch a little bit of it, but I can't take it. We are still dealing with Kora and Justin Dean. We haven't finished. Oh my goodness. This one, I'm telling you people, if you see it, you know that Kora's case is what in Nigeria we say beans. Like it's minor. A lot of people won't sleep. It's that bad. And I'm not even exaggerating. This woman from East Africa, I'm telling you, if you see that interview, I believe it's about an hour or over an hour, you won't sleep at night. You will be crying for that woman all day and all night. You won't believe that this is what a fellow human can do to their fellow human. And to think that this is somebody you were married to. This is somebody that you ate in the same plate with. This is somebody that you slept together. You used to do everything together. Fear these people. Yeah, 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 yeah. Fear these people. Their own wickedness is on a different level. I swear down. So when I see people running their mouth, I'm like, pray you never encounter these people. Pray you never encounter them in a way where you be. It must not be marriage. It could even be just normal friendship, going out for a coffee or something. One little thing. You might be spending many years in jail, or you might. Yo, let me keep taking comments. Hezi said, now here comes another one. It is very heartbreaking to see this woman going through. Look how she looks alone. For those people that, if people have already started doubting this Karen lady that is, you people mentioned that Korra went to support. People have already started doubting her. She's lying. She's doing. Look at how that woman looks. Look at how she looked before she got married. Look at how she looks now. They will do everything to make you look the part of a mad person. So when they present you to their when they call the police on you, take you to court and all of that, these people will make sure that you look the part. And they are good in egging you on. They are good in getting you angry to the point where you will start vibrating, saying and doing things, and they are keeping recordings and videos and things that they will use against you. Even the ones you eat with in the same place, fear them. It's not a joke. Fear them. No matter how they smile to you, fear them. Humans. mm, mm. Yeah. Then my sister, it was Nigerian commenting and saying, the level of mumu where they worry some of these Nigerian men, it's on a different level. The level of stupidity that is on the head of some of those idiots we have back home is on a different level. They don't know shit. They don't want to know shit. They don't want to hear it. Even when you're saying it, even when you're putting it in their faces, you have the time to read, study, and know these things. No. But these people, their own people, will never do to them the way our own people throw our own people under the bus. Look the amount of people that look like Korra that went on JD's camp. How many people that looks like JD are speaking on behalf of Korra? Leave Korra aside. Let's move over to another person. Karen or any other person. How many Muzungus have you seen when this type of topics trend? How many of the Muzungus have you seen doing videos defending, even though the evidence shows that these women didn't do what these people are saying? How many? They will never. But it's our own people that is quick to throw our own under the bus. May God give our people brain in Jesus' name. That's exactly what she did. After clarifying it, she sent a direct message to whoever brings out your evidence, and then she told everybody that JD was the one that she doesn't even need to tell people. The evidence is out there. At least you've seen that woman's story because it's here on YouTube. That man. So when I see people come out and just run their mouth, Korra is stuffing this whole thing, looking like you don't know what is going on. Just because you see her laugh and dance, trying to keep herself strong for those two girls that she has, you don't know what these women are going through. If you don't know, you don't have anything to say, be quiet, move. Because even the Karen in her video was saying, some of you, I see your comments, please be polite. You don't even need to come out and tell people. When you see people going through something, you were not there with them. You don't know. Don't be too quick to judge. Oh, but you don't get sense, but you're not wise, but you don't have, but you don't this, but you don't that. It is so horrible that people will just see stories like this and they will just want to do something else. You see a story that is this horrible, instead of you to just sit and address it, y'all are talking about, but this one today. Did you address JD's own? It wasn't one, it wasn't two, it wasn't three, it wasn't four. There are people that will come out, if his marriage was as bad as people that came out from marriages that are very, or relationships that are very bad, they are not quick to jump into another relationship immediately. But how many relationships has this one been in? How many relationships, the JD that brought up this scandal about his ex-wife, how many relationships has he been in? How many has flopped? Where is the evidence of all the things he said? I wish that when he started these things, Korra had started suing him for defamation. Let him come out, let him come to court and bring his evidence and everything and prove that this is what she did. If she had sued him from the beginning, the truth would have been out by now, because the outcome of the court will be online and people will see it. You know how people will say things about some celebrities and they will just give you warning under 24 hours, you should come back and retract your statement or else. Korra kept quiet for so long that a lot of the lies that he said started looking like it was true in the eyes of people that would not look at the case properly. Ha. Lee said Karen was married to this man for almost 8 years and she would have stayed at home and looked after the children. Then he put her out. She must have gotten a breakdown. She was in 3 shelters. It's so terrible. She now thinking, I married a reasonable human being. In her mind, there's no way she would have known. So she would stay home raising the kids, but immediately he decided he was leaving those same kids that she was raising. She's the one that is not with the kids, if they have. The manipulation of these people, it is on a different level. And one thing they are good at, as they are manipulating, they are bringing in everybody around them to join them. And those people will come and be smiling in your face. And you will think that, oh, these ones are good people. Forget it, though. Whoever has ears, let him or her hear. Forget it. No matter the smile, they laugh, they. Mm-mm. The Korra's book must be read by all young African women engaged or thinking of marriage to a whitey man and and moving to their even if they read it, Liz, even if you read it, because there's enough on online, no, there's enough. How do I explain this? The way Africans see marriage and the way the Muzungus see marriage is totally different. And that is where the problem starts. Excuse me. And because these Muzungus, trust me, they know one or two about African culture, even before they step their foot there. They know. They are all prepared from when they are little. It's part of their culture to groom and prepare them for future wickedness. Even though you see them coming pretending like they don't know. And because they know how Africans see marriage, that union, they know that they will use those things. And that's where they always start from. So even if these people, even if our African young women read about the stories of African women married to Europeans, Americans, and every other places in the world where Muzungus are, where these Oyibo people are, they still have, and when I mean they, I mean our people, still have this. This is what I was taught that a marriage should be like. And these people, their own is anything, anyhow, anyway. 1 minute you're in, the next minute you can be out, and then you marry another one, and then you divorce, then you marry another one. Like it could be 10, 15 times married and divorced, and they're just marrying and divorcing and going. So that gives them this loopholes that they use to position themselves in a way that it's like a spider web, that before this African woman realized, she's already been entangled in deep. And most times it takes only the grace of God for you to come out fully well, strong, and you're mentally stable, and everything is still there intact. 3M Martin said, at one point, JD said, Korra did. Yes, he said it. He did. When he came out the first time to accuse her of all those things, then he later on came out and said that he takes back his words, that she did not do it while they were married. So if she did not do it, why does that concern you? She's now a divorcee. She decided to start seeing someone. Is that your business? Or before she got married to you, if she decided to do something, how does that concern you? You were not in her life. You were not. So he already came out and debunked that story he said was not correct. And that video is still online. I hope somebody will find it and share it. That video where he was debunking that she didn't do it. So let these idiots that are supporting him now and carrying on with this nonsense, let them go watch the video and hear him say it with his own mouth that she did not do it. And then he came back in 2024 and said she did it when he was telling his nonsense tell-all story. He's just unstable. His words are not straight. Listen, so I need to write a book about how to treat a Muzungu man, the pros and cons. Please do. We need as many voices out there. And this is not anything against anybody or any this thing, but it is getting too much. Every time you open your eye, there's an African woman here that a white man is trying to take advantage of. What is going on? Every time you turn on to social media, these are the only things you see. It has to stop. Enough is enough. It has to stop. And shame on the people that thinks that they don't see anything wrong with this whole situation. Because there are several cases online, all over. Lee said exactly. JD said that if he was in Nigeria, KO would have been stoned. Yes, he said that. That's I don't know why people don't kind of listen. And not only JD, go back and listen to most of them. The first thing, and I'm calling it the first thing because this is the one that they will not come out and say. This is the kind of thing they would say to the women inside the home. The first thing they attack you with is your African culture. The second thing they come in with is your parents. They are always good in threatening you that I will call your parents, I will call your family members. Do you know why they say that? Because they know that Africans respect the union called marriage compared to them, mostly these Europeans. They have zero regards for nothing concern them, seriously, like it's not their business. People be married, they be jumping, they be doing the most. And I'm like, yo, why did you even take that oath? Did you not understand what you were taking, like what you were saying? Why did you take that oath in the sight of in front of God and men and whatnot? He knows what he's saying. And he said that because as Korra was a Nigerian, he knows that that kind of allegation, if he knows the part, he didn't want to mention the people, but he knows that that kind of thing, yes, will bring, and that's not only in a particular religion that we all know, that's what they would do. Although that religion is not only in Africa, it's also in Asia and other places. But yeah. So when you listen to these people, not only JD, you will hear them make these statements that they are trying to tell you that, oh, if back your people will not support you, they know that because our people value and carry marriage on their head like there's no tomorrow, that they would rather tell you to stay there and die inside. Most, very few families will not tolerate this nonsense that whatever you do, they will take back their child and they are okay with it. And you see, Korra's father never came out and felt embarrassed that Korra shamed the boy. A lot of people will tell you, instead of you to embarrass our family name, stay there and bear whatever is coming. And sometimes in the process of staying there and bearing, the person ends up being unalived. And they know these things, but they just don't know who are the set of people that their families don't tolerate. So they always throw those as the first threats to the woman before they even come out on social media. Watch them, you will hear the kind of things, the ones that would, write about something, post about something about the person they were married to. Go and hear the kind of things they will say. I say, marriage is a family affair in Africa. Exactly. The way they would scrutinize the woman once a call is being made, the way they scrutinize, and these people know these things. So they always would use it to their own advantage because they know that in fact, immediately they call whatever they say, the first thing is, oh, woman, you have to bear, woman, you have to this, woman, you have to that, woman, you have to this. Before they will even say anything to the man, your ear, the woman, would have been full. But that's not what Muzungus they practice in their culture. Do they even have? Okay, some of them have, but yeah, but that's not their belief. Jesus said a lot of these women going to this relationship or marriage with these Muzungus men, they have no idea the devil they are sleeping in bed with. You have just nailed it, Hazel. Exactly. Exactly. 99.9% of these people don't know this. They don't know. Because these people are good in pretense. So they will never ever suspect anything. And if somebody even tries to tell them at the beginning, they will even quarrel you. They will fight with you. They will fight with you. Then when it now, after many years, it now starts happening, that's the time that you will now be hearing things like, oh, but people want me. Oh, had I known. Oh, but so person mentioned this. So person mentioned that. I just thought the person was just being, It is terrible. So do you think there's hope for African girls born in Europe and America will be more aware of these shortcomings as opposed to a traditional African? Well, I think they have um wait, let me see how I'm gonna put this. I think they are in a better position somehow, because if you are born as an as an African, right? Let me read it. It says, do you think that okay, yeah, an African girl, yes, born in Europe and America. Okay. So as an African girl born in Europe and America, you will go through their schools, you will learn their culture, you will know the legal system, you know everything that you know, because you're born there, you're raised there, you know how to navigate, you know the movements that you will make because you're raised there. So when he starts coming with this, you already know what to counter him with immediately. But because the ones coming from back home, motherland, don't know these things, before they start realizing, most times it's almost too late or it's too late, and these people get the upper hand. But in the case of those that are now born in Europe and raised in Europe, whatever country you're in, you will know what's what. So when they throw that, I will do this, you say no. You already know. Even if you're not telling him no, you just smile, because inside him, probably before he even makes the first move, she would have already taken 10 steps, because she knows what he knows, because they are now they're both raised in the same, you know, continent, the same system, the same everything. So I think they will be in a better position compared to people coming from motherland. But colorism will still work against them, because it's Europe, it's America, it's a person of color's word against a Muzungu. So it will take the battle will be one that we've seen most cases. You have to be very strong to keep fighting until you can prove. But they need to be very strong. As a person, you will have to be very strong to face, because it will not be an easy fight, even if you are born and raised in that nation or in that continent. Liz said, yes, said Athena is the daughter when he said she was, yeah, these people. Wahala. Hazel said that my sister is not just how Africans see marriage, is also coming out of poverty into a better life, and maybe the possibility of beautiful children. That's one ridiculous. I've heard somebody say that, and I think that's a very silly reason to. Excuse me. I'm so sorry. I've heard that, and please, to anybody that have that in mind, don't do it. If you are looking for beautiful mixed kids, and that's the reason why you want to marry a Muzungu, please don't do it. Just don't have. If you hate yourself that much, just don't have kids at all, because you're just going to make the world worse, and you're just going to bring another innocent soul into the world to face this terrible world. If that is one of the reasons, and which we've heard people say that's what they wanted, that's why they went in, because whatever happens, those children are going to face it too, because they're going to be raised in society where most of them don't even know where they fit in, because they don't fit in. You hear them saying, I don't fit in here, I don't fit in there. Don't do it. If that is the reason why you want, please don't do it. You know. And secondly, we know that times are hard, back in motherland, the manipulation, the oppression, the hands of the people that pretended that they left, that didn't really leave. They're still there oppressing, holding motherland by the throat, even though it's the richest continent. It makes the other people rich. But please look for other means to start, you know, building your own wealth, money, and whatnot. Look for other ways that these two reasons, that Hazel mentioned, should not be the reason why anybody should be in such relationship or marriages. No, it is not. Don't do it. You will regret it, but it will be too late. You might have the money, but you will not enjoy it. There are people that are so wealthy, they don't know what to do with money, but they are so ill, they cannot even enjoy the money. There are people that made so much money and died very young and didn't live to enjoy the money. So don't do it. Don't do it. Don't bring another soul into this world to suffer if you're not doing it for the right reason that you should be doing it for. Don't do it. There is there No, just don't do it. Lee said Korra said she married a Muzungu guy to get away from the traditional African men. That's another reason too. And in the case of Korra knows she wants to live this life of I want to dance, I want to be free, I want to dress skimpy. That's not something that motherland. No. Look how Jane Mena's husband is being insulted because of you know how Jane Mena dances, twerks, because Jane Mena is a twerker and she would wear, sometimes she would, if you've seen Jane Mena's, Korra's friend, Jane Mena, you see, it's not something that will be tolerated. Now it's getting better. It was so bad that even things like football, you want to be a footballer, you're a loser. Who are you? You're what? You've embarrassed your family. You want to be an artist. You what? You want to paint, you want to sing, are you out of your mind? You want to be in entertainment industry, movie or anything. Are you mad? These are not, it's for irresponsible people. That it used to be that bad. I'm just taking you back a bit. It was that bad. So Korra knew that she dancing and doing was nah, that's not going to be an easy thing. It's going to be battle every day. So I think that's why she wanted to go to the continent where there are people that also do the same thing that she does, and it's a little bit more accepted than where she's coming from. And she felt like marrying a Muzungu will make it easier. That's common argument that she would. You look, I mean, a traditional African man is a very serious-minded person. No time for BS. Do you get like protocols that need to be observed? Like that is supported by tradition. So you cannot even be doing anyhow. Do you understand? Protocols. So this was of course I will not work. It will not work in those days. No, now a little bit slowly, slowly people are beginning to lay back a little bit and just it's not. But before, no. So I think that's one reason why Korra decided to, you know, look for a way to move to a different continent and start her life there and marry Muzungu. So she will not be battling with that don't dance, don't dance. But then here we are again with a Muzungu that brain is not working. 3M said they didn't marry the women as wives, but rather, yes, they always see you as someone that is beneath them, but they will not say it at the beginning. They are so manipulative that they start by calling them queens, treating the women like queens, royalty, and all of that, because they know the African richness. Those all. Yeah, they know. So these women really thinks that they see them as queens. No, they just want to put you in the position to gain all your trust and everything and make you bow. But in their heart of hearts, they see you as somebody that is beneath them. That's how they see you. So you're very right with that comment, 3M Martins. You're right. Liz said exactly. The Obidi respect the sanctity of marriage. That even Papa Obidi begged JD to not bring it out on social media. All of them. And that's why when he was bragging, and people were like, they are shameless. People are like, you don't know. The way that her people sees that this stuff is not the same way JD's people or people from JD's side sees this stuff. So that's why he was bragging, because even him, it didn't occur to him that they would beg him until that it happened, and then they started begging him. And that emboldened him the more, because he thinks he's now something. He knows he's nothing. But that now made him feel like he was too important, too relevant. J Love, welcome, welcome, welcome. I didn't see you when you came in. Welcome. Thank you so very much for joining today. J Love said the only difference now to the S word, there is now they marry the women, but in those days they would get them pregnant, take their babies, and get rid of them. Oh, yeah, yeah. Muzung, yeah, going back to, did he ever, did he ever stop? Did he ever change? They just changed their tactics. That's what I noticed. Jilo said, "Hey Queen, I've been missing your life. Hope you're okay. I'm getting better. My voice is getting clearer now, and yeah. So yes, I believe with time I'll be able to pop up to do more live streams and more videos. Welcome, welcome, JLove. JLove said a difference. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I understood the comment. Liz said, as as a mixed race, yes, it was hard. However, it's easier for girls than boys. Yes, I had to fight. My sons had to deal with it. It's it's a child, it's cute, but when you get into teenage years, they are seen exotic. Yeah, because if you listen to the mixed race kids, you will hear them talk, and you will really get to know a lot. So if that's the reason why somebody is getting married, they shouldn't do it. They shouldn't do it. There's no, there's no need for that. There's no need. Lee said, yes, mixed race boys have more pressure on them. My sons are blind, dark hair, and is it blonde, dark hair, and ginger? They do have identity crisis. Seriously, and Liz, this thing is just, people shouldn't do it. That's just all I would say to people. Like, if that's the reason that somebody wants to get, don't do it. Don't do it, because it's not going to be just about you. It's about bringing a soul or other souls into this world to come and face the wickedness of this world. It's not blonde, yeah. So you see, and when you hear you, it's really sad to know that that's how the mixed race kids they feel. But it's because of the kind of world we live in, where things that should not even matter are the things that people carry on their head, like what I don't know. It is well. It is well. Welcome, welcome, one Miss Gail. Welcome, welcome, Queen. Welcome, welcome. Thank you so very much for joining us today. Welcome, welcome, welcome. I hope you're just coming because I was reading the comments from the top, so I did not see when you came in because I don't want to miss anybody's comment. I want to read everyone's comment because that's what makes the live stream more interesting because everybody dropping their opinions and it's hold on. Let me welcome, welcome. Mm. Lee said exactly. I had to tell my parents to stop calling them. Can you imagine? Can you imagine? And the thing with this is just the thing. I think that's where this thing starts from because there are places they go to, people look at them and call them ah, this one is black. And there are the places they go, somebody calling them. I'm like, why do you want to address these kids by their color, by their can you just not call them by their name and just see them as normal people? And I think that's where this identity crisis starts too with the mixed race kids because they go here to say you're not white enough. You go here, you're not black enough. You go like then they are in the middle and they're like, okay, so then what am I? So seriously, if the reason would be oh because it's gonna look like this, it's gonna be curly hair, it's gonna be this, it's gonna forget it. Just don't have at all. Don't don't do it. Seriously. Been here talking for an hour 35 minutes and I just hope that with this video we were able to really drive it down and people should understand that attacking all these women that come out to tell their story it's not going to make you look like oh you're the smart one where you say oh okay Karen lied, Korra lied, everybody lied, or they did this, they did that. That's not the bone of contention. Look at the bigger picture and see what is playing out for how it's been how many thousands of years now. Things are not changing for the better. The game has just been changed a little bit, but it's still happening exactly the same way that is happening. So it baffles me to see that Karen will come out and tell her story, and you can see in that video how haggard and how tattered and how unkept she looked. You will know that she has really gone through it with all the multiple other evidences out there with other women that has been through this stuff. And though we're talking about women because we're addressing this Korra situation and whatnot, we also have the men, right? That will go and marry Muzungus and they will still be treated the same way. So there is a pattern here. So people should not ignore the main thing and go and start talking about things that are not relevant. Sorry for that short break. I had to talk. So exactly, I had to tell my stop. Police said, I see that behavior in JD, telling June and Atina about the I don't understand. Like what I don't even Chai, yeah. These people they are just weird, really really weird. You will leave relevant things that you will talk to the kids about, and they will just they're always everything that they do is always planned. I wonder when people, sorry, I thought I unmuted this stuff. Sorry. Yes. Yes, they did. Yes. And it is not okay for somebody to look at this as a reason to go into, because except you're planning to go in and then leave afterward. Or else I don't know. I really don't know. That's why I'm saying don't do it. Don't do it. Pah. Here, there's just so much. There's just so much. And when you talk about topics like this, it just gets deeper and deeper and deeper and deeper. And I'm just trying my best not to just go in too deep, but I just can't believe that people will still be running with this kind of, in the whole of this case, the thing that is not even relevant in this JD and Korra's case, or Karen, or any other person that is in this similar situation, are the type of things that people will be talking about. And most times when you look at them, those are the same people that look exactly like the person that is going through hell. And you are bringing more frustration on the person's head. Meanwhile, the other people, they are good at pretending that they don't see anything wrong that people from their own this thing are doing. They will just move past. Rarely do they ever address situations like this. Well, yeah, this was bashing and bashing and bashing and bashing and bashing. People need to start having sense. Really, people need to start having sense and just leave these women alone. Because most of you that stays out there and bash and say all these things, if they bring this, put you in their shoes, you won't survive it. You won't be able to handle. So if somebody is already going through so much, don't add to it by, but they said you did this, but they said you, where are the evidence that they brought out? No evidence. I just hope that more people see these type of stories, because now we have blogs, big blogs that will carry these things and share, and more people are seeing, so people know. So if you're getting into something like that, you just have to look very well, scrutinize everything that you need to scrutinize before you get in, and know what you need to know. Balance yourself very well, that if anything happens, you can stand up quickly. Because seeing that video of Karen, was no, 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 no. That was not nice at all. That was not nice at all. And I was thinking, this is not because somebody that she could have done a lot for herself. Somebody that won, you know, be in the public eye, doing influencing and everything else that she could have been doing to earn money. She had fans then. Be on social media the way the other BB Nigeria people are also on social media. The good thing that Korra had was the fact that Korra was very active on social media. She just kept building and building and building, you know, writing her music, doing her dance stuff, was. She somehow with her was built this huge following on Facebook, and continue to build her other social media platforms. I don't know, but it is just, it is well. It is well. Really, I would love to sit here and talk more with you people, but I have to go. We would see if tomorrow we have the time. We can come in and we can gist some more. Subscribe if you have not subscribed. Turn your notification. We've been here 1 hour 44 minutes. I wish we could stay more, but I gotta go, gotta go, gotta go. Thank you all for joining me in dissecting this today. Those of you that will watch the replay, um, those of you that will watch the replay, Comment. Let us know what you think about this whole situation. And this gist went in really, really deep. And yeah. Mm. Gail said, Cora learned the American way real fast. She's a strong woman. Yeah, she is. And Cora is very smart. It's JD that just made her look like somebody that some people now even think that she didn't even go to school because he kept putting her down. She's a very smart person. She knows. A Nigerian person knows how to hustle. There's no way you go through a Nigerian person, they will not hustle their way up. If you're coming from Africa, you know that hustling and you bustling is everyday life thing. So wherever they put you, where people are doing, oh, this is stressful, oh, this is stressful, an African person will look at you, this is stressful for you. You've not seen stress. So an African person is able to give given the opportunity, able to survive anywhere. And Cora used that her hustling, you know, to keep grinding in the US and got herself to where she's got herself to. As for Karen, I don't know what country Karen is in, but she should just try to put herself to build her social media because she was already, she had some fans. She will still have some. She can start from there, and she would, you know, she will pick up. She will pick up with time. You know, she's a new generation of African women, you know. But it is really sad to see that people will just continue with this lifestyle, you know. One of these guys said, a real African American woman, you know, and some of this, I think this is something that also scares some of these people because they know that it's just in there. It's in there. That hustle, that not giving up is one thing that a woman or man of color has in them. Okay, it takes a lot for you to break them down to the point where they can function. But and I think that's another thing that scares them, that makes them to want to try to break these people down to the point where they feel you can rise because they are afraid when they see people of color. They're like, yo, we know that if you beat them down 100 times, 100 times they will arise. They're like those plants that can grow on the rocks and whatnot, even with less rain and whatever, less nutrient and everything, they still somehow pierce their way through the rocks and come out to become a tree. So that really scares most of these people. So when they go in as hard as possible to try to uproot you. They start attacking you from the roots. But shout out to every one of them that is still standing. Shout out to Korra, shout out to Karen, and all those other ones that we don't know their name, their names yet. And those people that might be battling in private also, because some people just try to battle these things in private, and maybe later on they might share their stories, or they just would never share their stories. But kudos to everybody that has been through one hell or the other, and you came out on the other side and you're still living, you're still grinding. Shout out to you. Much love. Keep pushing. Don't worry about what all the negative things people have to say. Do not worry about it. Let it not bother you. Even when people are doing good, they still complain. We've seen people that have done so much good and one wrong, that they judge them like they never did any good. So people will always not like you for no tangible reason. So bother not. Cynthia Holder, welcome, 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 Queen. So thank you, Queen. Stay blessed. It's true, African people are very resilient. They are strong and know how to survive. Seriously. And that one pains some of these people a lot. But I just want everybody that is going through something to hold on tight. It might not be, you know, similar a case of a Muzungu and a person of color. It might not be marriage. It could be anything else. Some people are battling with their health, in the hospitals. Some people are battling with, joblessness. Like just so many things that everybody is going through something. My words to everybody out there is just hold on. The storm will not be forever. It will pass and you will smile again. And these things that are trying to pull you down and trying to unalive you will actually make you stronger. So do not worry. Do not worry at all. Do not. Well, that being said, I want to say thank you all so very much, and I gotta go. Yeah, yes, and yeah, especially the one who didn't ask for it. Man, it is well. It is well. Yes, we'll keep praying. Kora and JD's case is coming up October, right? October 23rd or so. Not too far. We're in October already. Today is 3rd of October. So as we pray for ourselves, our family, loved ones, let's remember to also include Korra, her kids, the obidis, the court case, the lawyers, the judge, and everyone that will be involved in this case. Because JD, we know that that one never stops. He always looks for something. Like JD just loves that she spends money and not spending the money on herself, just throwing away money. So we don't know what is he going to go and bring up again as something that will land them in court. Nobody knows. One Miss Gail said, I can't wait. Really, everybody's just sitting and waiting to see how this will play out. And let's see. I want to say thank you all so very much. God bless you all for joining today. God prosper you. May your going out and coming in be blessed. May everything you put your hands to be fruitful. May God give you good health, sound mind. May God protect you, your family, your loved ones, and well wishers. God bless you all. Thank you so very much. And I will see y'all on the next one, okay? 1 hour, 52 minutes, almost 2 hours. Okay, so thank you all so very much. I'll see you all tomorrow, God willing. We'll come in and we'll gist because we've been missing out on our live streams. So I will come in tomorrow and if I can, and we will just be gisting about all this whole dramas that is going on. Hmm. So the first time he's going to stand before a judge. Let's see how this is gonna go, really. We're all just waiting patiently to see how this plays out. Thank you all so very much. And when coming tomorrow, we'll gist and we'll have more gists and other things to talk about. So thank you also very much. Thank you, thank you, thank you, and bye for now.